that attachment to my wife of I can't be vulnerable because I feel like I'm being judged, which is bullshit, Jeff, because I'm not being judged. I'm experiencing shame.
Yeah.
As far as attachment, I like what this other guy says. It's really good stuff. No offense to Adam Lane Smith, but this guy named Jeff Allen, he talks about seeing your relationship like a chair. And uh, i- if you're leaning on the chair and you can pull the chair out and still be strong, then that's a good attachment. But if you're leaning on the chair of the relationship and you pull the chair out and your whole world crumbles and you fall flat on your face, that's not a healthy view. So I really like that approach.
Thanks. I appreciate it, man. How has your world shifted realizing that what you were feeling was shame, that it wasn't necessarily, the same feeling you had may have been produced by something completely just within you. I, as an aside, 10-second story, I spoke with a man for the first time today. He works out in Eastern Colorado, no Wi-Fi signal. So we're just doing a phone call. And it came up that self-sabotage is one of the most destructive things that we don't see coming. Right? One of the most dangerous things to ourselves, our life, our relationships is self-sabotage, and we don't see that coming. And that's kind of what we're talking about here is that shame.
Yeah. And for me, I've had people tell me, and I wasn't accepting, you're loved and you're lovable. And I was like, it's that I was gauging that on how people reacted or how quickly they responded or whether they laughed at something I said or gave me kudos for something I did. Really needing those, maybe unconsciously needing those strokes. And the joke around with some of my friends is like, they have the mad hands for ego, but not the mad hands for skills. And I'm like, well, that's a great compliment. Now, thank you very much. I hope I don't fuck up tomorrow because if I do, now I haven't carried. It was those sorts of things that,
Yeah.
especially women who'd say that. And you're like, I have to remind myself, what's happened, Jeff? The two words, right now. That's how you feel right now. That's been the shift because I would put all my eggs in one basket of, well, they liked what I said or did. And now they don't like what I said or did. And that I allowed that it fueled the negative self-talk. You're not your emotion. You're seeing your emotions. You might be experiencing your emotions, but that doesn't mean that's what that unhealthy attachment became. And that's what I see in other folks, right? If this doesn't happen over here, then the whole world collapses because it's that three-legged stool. If one of the legs gets pulled off underneath you and you can't stand on your own 2 feet, that's unhealthy. The men have become that tool to help support versus my wife.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, as you were saying as well, that you can experience emotions, which is okay. That's one thing that we kind of get wrong as guys, you're not supposed to feel anything, blah. But you can experience emotions, but then what do you do with it? How do you perceive it? What do you do with it moving forward then, right? Oh, I'm feeling shitty right now. Maybe I should go splash water on my face and not lash out at anybody or respond to my son when he has all caps and it ends with you fucker. Like, okay, interesting. And this isn't new with me and my son. It's like once in a while, it's just kind of just. So honestly, I treat this like a feminine emotional storm. When he just turned 18. He's got a lot of growing up still to do. He's a teenager, so he's gonna. Half of his job is to hate me, and that's fine. But obviously, it's not okay that he does this. But what am I gonna do? Try to correct him in the moment? No, I'm gonna let whatever is going on with me go. It's like, hey, you seem upset. I'm a little confused. Next time we meet face to face, I'd love to ask you about this. He's like, well, it's not really about this. It's about something else. Okay. And so I'll ask him about it next time I see him. Maybe after this call, he might come over tonight. So we'll see. But I could have been like, who do you think you are saying this to me? Bloody blah. What? Check your shit. Blah, blah. What is that going to do? He's gonna be like, you're an asshole. Fuck you. It's basically what he's going to think. And same thing with the woman. It's like, well, hold on. You didn't do this thing logically correctly, and there's something you're an asshole. Right? So I've been in that professional spot where it's like, okay, I could try to logic this out here, or I could gear it back